Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, follow me on Instagram at YB Speaks. And child, unfortunately, Cash App said no man Pam. Girl, we don't give a damn how many ways in which you try to create a new account. Girl, you'll be blocked and deleted. So, yeah, until further notice, I don't have I guess I could restart my PayPal again at some point. But I just feel like Cash App is more universal. Everybody damn near has a Cash App. But we'll get some things figured out, child. But girl, let me just say this. The owners of this life have done and will continue to do everything in their power to squeeze the life out of you. They don't care if you're hungry. Hello, they don't care if you need help. They just don't care. So I feel like in the balance of it all, loopholes exist. And a lot of these loopholes, these companies, these corporations, these financial institutions, or whatever it is, they know that these loopholes exist. And a lot of times I feel like they're created specifically to put you in debt, to put you in harm's way, so you can incur all kinds of interest and all kinds of shit, and you're forever owing somebody. It diminishes your credit score. It diminishes your credibility with other financial institutions. If you don't pay this back plus some, you will forever be in some type of bind. And I'm in the thought process of, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Period. A lot of y'all girls out here be trying to condemn people for scamming. Y'all be trying to condemn the girls for not swiping shit down to the self-checkout. Y'all out here condemn the girls for the PPP loans, for doing tax fraud and all kinds of shit. Girl, in life, you got to do what you got to do. I'm here for any and everybody that's just trying to live. Now, if you're like some of these dumb whores out here that's buying Lamborghinis and doing weird dumb shit with, then whatever. But if you got to put food in the house, if you got to pay that light bill, if you got to do what you got to do what you got to do in order to survive, girl, I'm here for all that shit. So I don't give a fuck. I don't flinch because they don't flinch. When you letting the girls know that you hungry, when you letting the girls know that you down real bad real quick, you feel me? Don't nobody give a damn about you. So why should you give a damn about how you go about handling your business to make sure that you are okay? Period. Okay. Moving on. Chasing Dallas, the reunion, girl, part 2. You know, a bunch of people were like, oh, are you going to review I said, you know, I would like to finish what I started. And then as I tried to watch the reunion again, it's just regurgitation. We heard it in the first part. These are a lot of the things that we've been talking about throughout the entirety of the season. As much as I feel like the host did a great job, you need the ferocity, child, hello God, to stand on business. And there were a lot of moments that I felt like business should have been stood on. But I'm kind of glad because we would have been there too long. And it was too hot. Obviously, it was too hot in that place, hello God. The girls was sweating out their makeup and everybody was wearing white, child. So I understand, you know, some of those clothes had to go back. You know, y'all had the receipts, you know, tucked away, girl, I'm sure. Especially JC. I hope you had the receipts on that. Because you got to pay your bills, girl. Allegedly, you need to pay your bills. You need to pay your light bill, hello God, and you need to pay your rent, bitch. One of the things that I did not like about this season, and I did not like about the reunion, especially the second part, was that whenever there was an opening to attack Jeff, I felt like that's when Tedley, bitch, that's when, I'm not going to say too much about JC because I feel like he was somewhat respectful in his conversation, you know, when it came down to having the discussion about the girls down to the cabin calling him Selena and Jennifer Lopez and all that shit, right? We had 7 Deep going at it, child. And then I just feel like every moment that Astro felt like, okay, girl, finally, like I can jump in. Let's beat this man up. Let's jump this man. You know? I just wasn't here for that. I feel like Jeff has continued to prove that, girl, whatever you whores throw at him, he's going to stand on business too. And a lot of times, standing on business doesn't mean just whooping your ass like someone like me would have done. Yeah, true tea, girl. Not only can I go back and forth with you, I could read you down for heaven and earth, bitch. Hello, God. Serve your ass truth and justice throughout the entirety of the multiverse, girl, and beyond that. I will also lay hands upon you, girl, and exorcise the demons from your filthy ass spirit, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm here for a girl who, no matter what, girl, I'm not even finna put no hands on you, girl. You're a read within itself. The way a lot of y'all girls showed up to the reunion, more specifically, 7 and, Astro? Girl, please. Girl, please. Who do y'all think y'all talking to looking like that? And I'm sorry, Astro, you give me a halitosis tea. You give me stank breath syndrome, bitch. And I'm sorry, 7 kind of gives that too. He gives like musky kind of, you know. Anyway, girl, I ain't even trying to do that too much. I just want to say this. When I was watching this second part, I was like, I just really want you guys out of existence. I want to Thanos snap y'all bitches because y'all doing a lot of rah. And honestly, shut the fuck up. Hooping and hollering for no reason, girl. And I want to be very sincere when I have this conversation yet again, because y'all be thinking I'm reading the kids, and it is a read, right? But it's also some real shit. You, hello God, you need to make sure that you are doing what's needed, required, and desired when a show opportunity presents itself. When a producer has put out the promo that we are seeking talent for our web reality show, no matter what platform it is, whether it's the Come Up, whether it's Chasing, well, I was going to say G Status, but girl, they've been buried, girl. They're dead. girl, the Homegoing girl, it was cute. They were sailed off into oblivion, girl. Anyway, neither here nor there. But you'd have to ask yourself, and I know a lot of y'all are like, girl, we've been here before. Yes, but I feel like we have to reiterate because a lot of the bitches in the back don't seem to hear it, let alone understand it. Okay? And that lets me know that retardation runneth rampant through the streets of life. So that is why I'm here. Hello, God, because there's always someone there to remind you, and that bitch is me. Okay? You need to make sure that your situation is not clockable. Hello, God. And if it is clockable, you need to ask yourself, is it worth coming up on these people's platform, knowing the viewership, knowing, hello, God. I'm quite sure a lot of you girls, even if you didn't hear about Chasing, you didn't hear about this web series, if they have existing episodes or seasons, you have done the needed, required, and desired research to know that, okay, should I do this? Should I not do this? Am I even ready for this? So when it comes down to Astro, When it comes down to any cast member, really, but we're leaning more on Astro because a lot of y'all girls continue to say that we are bullying this boy. No, bitch, he's bullied himself. You're not getting anything from this. I could see if there were promises of a check, you signed an actual contract, where there's some type of compensation, you know? But that's not the case here. It is a free platform, which you have not even done. The first season or this season, you've done nothing to capitalize off the opportunity. It is at the reunion that we find out that you have so-called 2 music videos coming out and you're dropping songs that we still have not yet to hear. Not that I'm looking for it. So it might have dropped. I just don't give a fuck. Because you're not the type of girl that I would listen to. Period. Why are we not seeing this alleged chasing that's being done after the season, during the season? Instead, you're sitting around here trying to talk about somebody else who is literally living in the divine experience that you want, that you need, require, and desire. And you are out here talking shit about this person, trying to give them advice on how they can be a better artiste. How does that even make sense? All of this anger and vigor that you have because you love standing up, and Seven does the same thing. I'm going to need you girls to shut the fuck up and do some self-reflection, honey. Because it doesn't make sense to me. It's not going to make sense to any grown, balanced thinking individual. That is why I see in the comments on almost every review, even the goddamn show itself, I go to the comments a lot. And I see that people are not here for Seven and they're not here for Astro. And all of you cunts out here keep trying to defend Astro. I want to say this to you. You're part of the problem. Oh, he's only 23, girl. We already established. Look at the things that child has been through. He's not an average 23-year-old. You have lived through the darkness. You have survived through the pain and suffering of this world, which should, hello God, have you growing up a little bit. You should be a little bit more mentally and emotionally aware than what the fuck you have been throughout the last 2 seasons. So I'm not giving you any grace because you're young. And I want to explain this. I don't give a fuck how much y'all try to dress up your little careers. The truth will always be the truth. You're not an educator. You're not a teacher. You work for KinderCare or KinderCare, whatever the hell they call that shit. Period. It's okay to be honest. Because when I look at you, I don't see educator. You don't present yourself as an educator. I'm going to be honest with you even on this level. I don't even get clean teas from you. And with the lack of emotional intelligence that you have, I wouldn't even trust you as an educator because you don't even have the emotional wherewithal to deal with a little bit of the shit that be going on during the show. Maybe you would be more likable. Maybe more people would be on your side if you weren't such a cunt, if you weren't such a faker. We do that a lot in this community and it kills me, girl. We be trying to dress things up. Delusions of grandeur. And I'm tired of talking about that shit. It's repetitive. But when the girls display such horrible character, the lies, as Kenny Burns would say, girl, we got to call it out. No matter how consistent the foolishness is, we're going to call it out. Get your shit together before you start talking shit about other people. Get your situation together before you start trying to comfort people. And you won't be read for filth. Your priorities, Astro, are all the way fucked up. You're worried about music videos and putting out songs when you need to be getting the internal parts of your life all the way together. You worried about beefing and arguing with a bitch who's where you want to be. Instead of saying, hey girl, teach me the ways of the Force, bitch. Hello. Oh, does your pride runneth too deep, girl, for you to ask for help? I hope not. When you ain't got not one piece of pot to piss in, bitch, right? You shouldn't be out here with the level of pride that you have. So that's why the girls say you jealous. That's why the girls say you envious. That's why the girls say that, bitch, you just want what Jet Jeff has. You want to be where Jet Jeff is. And then what kills me is that you and Seven continue to stand on this hill and say that Jet Jeff is not hip-hop. Hip-hop is black. Girl, again, we're here again. Seven, so what was the point of the two little moments during the season where Markel gave you an opportunity to clean your foolishness up? Then we see at this reunion, you're still standing on the hill. So then you want to know why your ass is getting cussed out and dragged through the streets of life. And I do appreciate you just coming out when Jet Jeff was like, you know, I just want to know, like, what's good. Homeboy came out and said, I just don't like you. I really wish that you would have kept that energy in the show. So you want to call Jet Jeff out for doing things when the cameras are around, but obviously you were faking the funk when the cameras were around. Because as we see here, now you want to be bold and stand in the fact that you don't even like the bitch. You did a song with a girl, you were doing scenes with the girl, and let's be honest, if it wasn't for Jet Jeff, you wouldn't have had nobody to really go back and forth with like that, because the rest of these girls bowed down and eat your hairy ass coochie. And I think that's another thing the girls can't stand. Like, physically, y'all probably could work Jet Jeff. But when it comes down to wordplay and his unbothered status, when it comes to you broken whores, he is paying you dust. And that infuriates the girls. That's why the girls be ready to lay hands, bitch. Because they can't keep up with the level of unbotheredness. Or the fact that, girl, I pay you dust because you're trying to get with me. You're trying to work with me. You're trying to get where I'm at, bitch. That's why the girls be ready to lay hands. Because you have nothing else, bitch. You're that butthurt. And then Seven pissed me off too, right? You sit here and try to say, when it came down to him and Kesey's relationship, and everyone was talking about throughout the season that Seven controls Kesey and Kesey is quiet and Seven is his mouthpiece. You sat here and tried to say and deny all of that, right? As Kesey is trying to speak for himself, here this loudmouth cunt goes speaking for him. I'm sorry that y'all even brought y'all relationship to our attention, but it's going to be talked about because you did that. And because that everyone that was in this show, everyone that was in the comment section, everything that we've been saying, you've been proving us right just based off the behavior that we've seen throughout the show and these two reunions. So why are you mad? Oh, my bad. Y'all get mad when the people are really hitting the nail on the head. That's what happens. That's why y'all be getting upset, because the girls are right. And I want to say this too. Let me put this bitch back in park real quick. I want to say this. I don't give a fuck what y'all 9-to-5s are. I don't care what your rate. You could be down to the Crab Shack, girl. You could be down there to the Hooters, bitch. You could be down there to the drive-thru, girl. You could be the trash man, bitch. The show is chasing, so that lets me know that you have a hustle. Your 9-to-5 is not your hustle. Your 9-to-5 is to fund the hustle. So I don't give a damn about that. But what we're not going to do is sit here and act like we're all grand and rich and we're fabulous, knowing damn well you have just a regular, schmegular type of job. And we're not seeing you put anything into the hustle, the chase of it all. I understand y'all teacher, educate, no, my bad. If y'all have, like Tedley, I understand that there's not much to film because you're not a real estate agent. You are an HOA manager. You manage properties. You do not sell properties. You do not have a client base because you are not a real estate agent. So I don't want to follow an HOA person around. That's boring as fuck. What are you putting, even with the book situation, why couldn't have we seen the process of you creating this book? That is, to me, the chase, the hustle. You have a product, you have a service in which you are selling the girls. Chef Messy, I don't care about your half-done ass, stupid commercials and your sawdust ass seasoning. We should have seen the process in which, hello God, it took you, hello God. Like, why do we keep coming back here? Why do I find myself repeating every fucking thing that I've talked about throughout the entirety of this season? And then y'all want to say, oh, you want to talk about me? No, bitch, talk about yourselves. Every read, every roast is done unto you because it's your fault. And I want to say this too, just in reference to Robert. Y'all were too busy trying to have fun. And yes, it's about fun. I'm not trying to take no fun. I'm not trying to steal y'all's joy. But I need the platform to understand how serious this is. I need these cast members and future cast members to understand how serious it is. This could really change your life. And you may not be getting paid for it, but this is an opportunity for a lot of you girls who are trying to get a business started, who are trying to get viewers to come to your platforms or, you know, celebrate with you and buy your music or whatever it is that you're chasing, right? All of you damn near have dropped this ball, girl. The ball has been dropped. It's been dropped. The ball has been dropped. Period. You're to blame. Don't sit around here and get mad at the girls because we're laughing at you, we're reading you, we're dragging you through the streets of life because of the bullshit that you decided to display on our good televisions, girl. Well, phones, tablets, you know, girl. And again, I can't just blame the cast. This is a production. This is a platform issue. And you know what else I clocked? Chef Messy, you're a lying, twisty ass cunt. When you were asked about why did you bring up, the host asked you, why did you bring up that situation when you and Jet Jeff had dinner and y'all was talking about Seven and Kesey's relationship and yah, right? One of the things that took me out is you said to that girl, and I quote, I just wanted to be messy. But when you were on everyone's live and you were being interviewed and you were getting upset that the girls were calling you out for your bullshit, you said time and time again that it was production that was putting you up to be messy. That Markel himself was asking you to bring this stuff up because you needed to spice your situation up because you're a boring cunt. So now on the reunion stage, you want to backpedal and pussy pop and say you just wanted to be messy. What's it going to be, girl? You going to stand on the hill that production put you up to it? Or you going to lie because you was in front of production at the time of the reunion, right? And then admit that you just wanted to be messy. You're a lying whore. I cannot trust you. You're too busy trying to people please. You're too busy trying to put on a show instead of just being real and authentic. Instead of trying to sell your chefery. All you've been selling this season is bullshit, drama, lies, fallacies, dreams and nightmares. And then you want to get mad, stressed, depressed, broken, and confused when the girls start calling you out about your obvious foolishness. Sorry, bitch. Nobody cares. And you're mad that nobody cares. You're mad that people are clocking it. You thought you were going to come on here just like how Robert treats the platform. With your laughing hyena ass, bitch. You thought it was fun and games. But you yourself said you watched previous episodes. So did you not read those comments or watch those reviews? To prepare thyself for what's going to happen to your messy, over dramatic ass? Again, y'all gonna stop trying to come for me when y'all need to be coming for these people and their obvious foolishness. Throwing rocks and hiding the hands. And then when the girls expose you for the foolishness and the filth that you really are, right? I'm new to this. This is my first time. It's different doing it than watching it. Girl, shut the fuck up. We've already proven that the new girls can come in and create and establish their own narrative. Period. Enough of the excuses. Just admit. Just admit it, girl. And you know what's crazy is that throughout this whole reunion, nobody brought up JC's obvious alleged filth. Girl, how are you going to sit here? And I know that he provided the venue for the reunion, but y'all aren't going to call him out for what happened at the cabin? So y'all just selling y'all integrity up the river, where we already established y'all do that already, girl. Girl, please. Because if I was the host, I sure would have brought that up. So what is this we're hearing, girl? That down to the cabin, girl, and then JC kept saying throughout this whole thing, I was drunk. I'm tired of grown people talking about they were drunk. You can still be held accountable for your sins against humanity, bitch, whether you're inebriated or not, girl. Let's tell the truth. You were drunk. Yeah, and a lot of times, drunk bitches expose the real versions of themselves. So thank you for being drunk, because that lets me know how you really operate in this life, bitch. And then we wonder why Ariel wanted to keep her distance. Huh. We wonder why. Right? We wonder why. We don't need to wonder. We see why, bitch. Anything else? Because like I said, there's no need to really go there. Child, y'all, a lot of these girls are just looking for their moment. A lot of you could just tell, like we talked about last time, the girls didn't really want to be there. And again, it seems to me a lot of y'all were scared to bring up things. I don't know why. That's what the reunion is for. You can talk about it in your after shows, right? Y'all can talk about it on people's interviews, but you can't bring it up in... I feel like a lot of what happened at the cabin, even behind the scenes, was very integral for the fact that it goes to character. It goes to morality. It goes to show the kind of people that y'all really are. And I'm not gonna lie, the more that we try to normalize in our community sexual assault, the more cooked we become. Because the fact that no one is going to stand up, including the alleged victim himself, lets me know that y'all just playing around. You playing around with serious matters, girl. You're letting the girls know that it's okay, that when this stuff happens, dust it under the carpet. So what are some of our social advocates really fighting for then, if the girls are not going to stand up for themselves? No one in this group called it out. No one in this group held JC responsible or accountable for his misdeeds, his alleged filthy misdeeds. No one has held Chef Messi accountable for his filth and misdeeds. No one has held Tedley accountable for his filth and misdeeds. No one has held Seven Deep accountable for his filth and misdeeds. No one has held Kesey accountable for his fucking Batman lifestyle. Bitch, you should have never came. All you keep doing is trying to prove that you're not this quiet whore, but in reality, you are this quiet whore. You just want to snap back. I don't need you snapping back when something negative is said about you. I need you to be involved in the show, in the scenes, girl. That's what we need, require, and desire. I don't care for a bitch to clap back. I need you to be what's needed and required and desired of a cast member on a show like this. Extremely talented, but got to see none of it, really. Let's tell the truth. How are y'all going to show more of Seven than one of the people who was here before him? I don't care what everybody else is talking about. You know, he's working 2 jobs to fund whatever. Girl, that's his business, girl. If he wants to work 2 jobs to provide for this cunt, that's on him. I know many people who do that kind of stuff. If that's the dynamic that they want, let them have that. But Kesey, we cannot act as if Jeff was not valid in making the statement, girl, I hope you're not going to be playing background to someone else's foreground. Just like we saw with the previous season. At least when it came down to Dior really didn't want to be in the light. He was trying to help you out. He was trying to put you in front of cameras, put you in front of audiences, and get you into opportunities. This season, we saw nothing. I understand you were going through a lot personally and private, but that's at that point you tell Markel in the beginning, I will not be returning for this season because I have nothing. I have nothing, girl. Shout out to Whitney Houston. I don't even need to look very much further because I have nothing going on where you will follow. Bitch. Period. You have a nothing to show the girls. Period. Girl. Anyway, and this bullshit, this illusion, oh, Robert and Ariel, we're coming back or we're not coming back. At this point, it wouldn't make sense. What do you have going on? Do you fit in with this cast? Will you fit in with the next cast if there is going to be a shakeup in the, you know, the casting? I do think Ariel needs a spinoff, though. I think there needs to be something done. Maybe even Robert can fit in that somehow. I don't know. But I will say, you know, Robert does give us a little bit of something. It may not be what I'm looking for, but I could see how people could live, you know, for something. But girl, the podcast is a no-go for me, bitch. All the other stuff is a no-go for me, to be honest with you. But maybe he has something. But y'all definitely need to be doing something with Ariel and Jeff. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I'm home, girl. I really don't have nothing else to give, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I do hope that there is another season. I do hope that there is a recast. I do hope that there is a conversation with production, executive producers, and CEOs or whoever, girl. There needs to be a game plan set up for the next time, Hello God, on how we need to approach the new season if there is going to be one. But until then, Chasing Orlando is coming out. That'll be interesting to watch and to review. I am low-key excited about it. Shout out to Florida, bitch. Period. Hello God. But yeah, child, y'all be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. Drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, if there are any, because like I said, I feel like we are just in the rewind sessions of regurgitation. I feel like a lot of what I said here in this video was what I said prior. Y'all are not giving me anything new and fresh to talk about. I have no choice but to drag a lot of you whores through the streets of life because that's what you guys gave. And that's what I have to give. I have to return that to sender, bitch. Period, girl. Better luck next time. And I hope a lot of you girls have learned your lesson. And if you are going to allow some of these bitches to return, really make it clear to them. Please. Make it very, very clear. Shout out to Reese. Make it very, very clear, bitch. All right? Okay, bye.